Okay, Shalom. Shalom. Kwam Yasha Allah. Kohaloim La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim. Rakahakadash, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say for water to all the H.I.M and Akhwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Yah Hanan Nawaf. Just coming at you with another quick lesson. And praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And just something that I seen that was interesting, because one of the last days main major prophecies is the microchip, the mark of the beauty and the beast, in Revelation 13:16, which we can get. But I just seen this article. The cheesemakers are putting edible microchips in your food, and here's why. Right? So if you're familiar with this cheese, it's pretty some expensive ass cheese. And they have a problem with counterfeiting. So it's, supposedly I guess the counterfeit, they losing millions and saying up to like $2 billion annually because people be counterfeiting this shit. So the only way that they can really stem from that, or not the only way, but I guess them trying to get away from that shit, or trying to keep as much of the money as they possibly can. Let me just start right here with the article. It says, with millions or even billions of revenue at risk, there are many ways that companies fight back beyond the initial step of registering a trademark. Some use anti-counterfeiting measures such as watermarks and holograms, or more high-tech solutions like RFID tags and QR codes to help customers verify that they are indeed buying an authentic item. But what is a company to do when the product in hopes to protect is edible? If you make authentic Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, you add a tiny edible microchip into the casing label. Don't run to your kitchen and shake the tub of Parmesan cheese that's sitting in your fridge door. That $4 grated Kraft does not have the microchip. The Parmesan that many of us use to garnish our spaghetti is made outside the European Union and cannot be designated as Parmigiano Reggiano. What makes it authentic and so special is they pretty much got it's a few regions that, okay, let's just get it. It says, if you're thinking, wow, the European Union sure takes cheese seriously, there's a reason. Authentic Parmigiano Reggiano is protected by the EU because the process is intensely regulated and region specific. This cheese must come from one of the 5 regions in Italy, the aptly named Parma, or Modena, Bologna, Mantua, and Reggio Emilia. It can only be made with 3 ingredients, including milk from cows that were raised in that specific region. Those cows have a restricted diet and must be fed only food that is grown in that area. Finally, the cheese must be aged at least 1 year. The industry is overseen by Parmigiano Reggiano Cheese Consortium. This rigorous process means that the cheese is much more valuable than what we call Parmesan cheese. Here in the U.S., a pound will cost you anywhere from $20 to more than $100. Before it's cut into smaller chunks, it's made in massive wheels that are stamped with the name Parmigiano Reggiano to mark its authenticity. But that's not enough to keep counterfeiters at bay. In recent years, cheesemakers have added tiny silicone micro-transponders called P-chips, which are made here in the U.S., to the label. So here you go. Now check out how small this is. It says the microchips are only about the size of a grain of sand and contains a unique serial number that ensures buyers they are purchasing authentic cheese. This Parmigiano. They've been tested to make sure they will survive the aging process and are perfectly safe to eat. According to P-chip, if you do ingest one in pasta, don't worry, the chips can't be read remotely. Well, okay, that's what the fuck you saying. But why the fuck would I want to even, take a chance of swallowing a damn microchip? But this is Esau, you know what I'm saying? Let me grab one quick scripture. What's that? Yeah, hey, Esau gotta go, man. 2 Corinthians 2:11. lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices, right? So just think about it. They can, if they can put this into the cheese, they've already tested it to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, it's not destroyed. They probably done put it through heating processes. They probably done put it through coal. You know, Esau, he researches every damn thing. So if they can do that with cheese, they can put that in any product. They can put that in any foods that we're eating, you know, so to speak, you know. But now, when it comes to the microchip, this is, you know, it's going to be something that you're going to have to really willingly go and take yourself, you know, or Esau, he's going to try and force it on you, you know what I'm saying? And those that don't take it, you know, of course, you know, will meet their demise, so to speak, you know. And some of us may, you know, we none of us know our lot, you know, and we're praying that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua would give us that spirit of endurance, you know, that spirit that he had, you know, when he went to the cross, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? And that, you know, hey, we wake up on the other side, man, and receiving a crown. But this is Revelation 13:16. Man, he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Now, I find it interesting, because you're not going to be able to do anything, man, without this shit. That guy over, the Prime Minister of UK, Steimer, he was just talking about that maybe 2 or 3 weeks or so back here, that, you know, you're not going to be able to work. You're not going to be able to go and get a job, or, you know, basically do societal things, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to just go to the post office, go to a restaurant, go to the damn dry cleaners, or go to a damn laundromat for that matter, without you having a real ID, so to speak, or what are they calling it? A digital ID, Salakia, with all your information on it, you know what I'm saying? And you're not going to be able to do anything. He said it's going to be mandated, it's going to be mandatory, so you're not going to be able to get around it. Now, is it anything wrong with your regular ID? No, it's got all the information, you know, and it's really, you know, you got counterfeiters out here, but it's hard to make the IDs that Esau be having, man. Those IDs, man, are very intricate. It's an intricate process that they have with those IDs. I know the beloved brother Allah, he got a new ID, and he was showing me his, and you know, this guy got a couple of extra little features on it. And it's mainly, you know what I'm saying, you know, because you can't, I know here in the Americas now, you can't fly without the real ID here, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? I haven't gotten one, but I don't see myself flying, you know, but if I have to, you know, I would just have to do it. But, and it's not the microchip, you know what I'm saying? Certain stuff, you know, we're going to have to ride out, but once he starts to, okay, Salakia, kind of lost my train of thought, speaking to the neighbor, but, yeah, man, hey, this thing is coming down the pipe pretty fast, man. I was going to say, with the U.S. making these chips, and Trump and them talking about, you know, stable coin and all this digital shit, all the stuff that he said that he wasn't going to do, now he's doing. He's got all these tech billionaires around him, surrounding his ass, you know what I'm saying? And they're in control of all your data and all your damn information, so they can roll this thing out already. Because just think about it. If they already been talking about, you know, a chip the size of a grain of rice, right? These motherfuckers got chips the size of a grain of sand. You know how small a fucking grain of sand is? Come on, bro. This shit is ready to go. You can clearly see the tech is there. You know, when you Elon Musk, you know, of course, you know, when he first started to do those trials with those paraplegics or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You can see that the you know, and it's not just his company. It's a bunch of companies that's going into that brain chip shit, and you know, just chipping in general. And this is what it's all going to eventually boil down to, man. You know, you can't get around it. That's prophecy, man. It's nothing no one can do to divert that. It's gonna come, and it's gonna come a time of testing for us, man. You know, when we're praying to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you know, that hey, no matter what, man, no fucking matter what, your ass ain't had nothing to eat in 10 days, 20 days, you know. But the Lord is going to provide, man. That's the thing, because he said he would, you know. And we have to believe that. We have to trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and not this man, because you take that goddamn chip. Let's go to chapter 14 here real quick. Verse 9, Revelation 14:9, it says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So, you're going to get some business. The Lord not playing no games. You're going to get that business, bro. And ain't no coming back from that. Ain't no repenting from that, man. Yep, and that was pretty much the article. It's a quick little article. Let's check out some of these comments. Let's see if anybody is connecting this with the mark of the beauty and the beast, which I didn't see any comments on that. Now, someone said something pretty interesting right here. It says, anyone else see that study about how a lot of recently deceased people are emitting Bluetooth signals from the graveyards? Now, I haven't heard about nothing like that, but that, hey, a little weird, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know about that one. Oh yeah, they says have anybody noticed that the cheese don't melt over the past couple of years? Velveeta is also processed, and Esau, he got a lot of ultra processed foods out here. I was just doing a lesson on us eating our bread defiled among the Gentiles, man. This dude he fucks with everything. I mean, but these are generally Edomites too. They're some of these Edomites in these other countries, they stick to the original way of the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? And with these fucking Americans, oh my, these Americans, man, they don't give a fuck about what they put in your shit. Yeah, man. Hey, it's good to know though, man. Now you know that this particular cheese, if this a cheese that you've been eating, or this one of your favorite cheeses, shit, you already got some damn microchips in you. And they're not saying how long that shit stay in you. Like, is this something that just stays in you? Is this something that, you know what I'm saying, that comes on out of you during a bowel movement? Can this shit enter into your bloodstream? You know what I'm saying? Like, like they're not even saying, like, and I'm willing to bet you they don't even have a marking or indication that's you're actually eating fucking little grain size computer chips and shit. Yep, they talking about all this plastic that's in people's bloodstream. Somebody got that. I think consuming 5 grams of plastic every week would be of more concern. At least the microchip is there. If you are worried by a microchip scan, man, get the fuck out of here. Man, fuck the plastic and the microchip. We want all natural things going into us, man. Yep, somebody right here says there are no people regulating anymore. The administration doesn't want any oversight because they don't want anyone to know if bad things are being done. Yeah. Yeah, that shit is crazy, bro. I didn't want to keep this long. I just seen it. And matter of fact, let me just grab one more in Revelation chapter 16, verse 2. It says, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men that had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship the image, his image. Right? So that grievous and noisome, that noisome and grievous sore, man, that's, and no telling what's done happened to people, man, that's ate this cheese, man. But again, if they can make it that small, they can put that in anything, man. That shit can be in your damn mustard. It can be in your damn ketchup. They can put that shit in your mayo. They can put that shit in anything that you eating, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can put that shit in your potato chips, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? And because I remember with Esau during COV19, he was talking about putting that Vax, that jump shot into your fucking salad food, lettuce and shit like that. So, hey, this man is not to be trusted, man. So, quick little article, I seen it. Hey, walk circumspectly, where to be watchmen and to report on things like this, man, because that is a major prophecy, man. So with that, shalom.